Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid.
Hello, everybody. This is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. Got with me tonight one Mr. Watson Prunier. How you doing tonight, sir?
What's that?
Watson Prunier has Battle for Freedom. Battle for Freedom is on weekdays right before the Daily Mojo. That is the hour right before. Right? That's correct. Yes? Yes? That is the one thing? Yeah. I know it's 7 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm just saying it's right before Daily Mojo, right? Yes?
That is correct.
Okay,
that is correct.
That's all I'm asking for, man. Just a little bit of cooperation. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
He is generally a lot more serious on his show than he is on this one, but that is okay. We give him credit for that.
It's the end of the day.
It is the end of the day, and he's had a lot more coffee.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a lot of things to go on tonight. We have many stories. I heard you guys were very upset today about the Kyle Kashev. See, Kyle Kashev is a high schooler, or used to be a high schooler. He's 18-ish years old, and he got accepted into Harvard recently. Well, apparently Harvard said no more. Harvard said no more because this child, who is 18, so he's still a child until he hits the age of 26. This child is, I don't know, apparently he is,
Say it! Say it!
he's a racist.
What?
This child is racist. Because,
Oh, the whoosimizations of the palpitations of the crustaceans.
yeah, that guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that. That. So apparently he's a racist because one time he used the N-word in a tweet.
What?
My Caucasianly challenged friend, I can't use the N-word.
Listen. But when did he say this? Okay, he was a kid. He said the N-word. For crying out loud. You know what? Here's the worst part about it. You just said the word saltine, okay?
Saltine, yes. I am a saltine. I am as white as can be, so that does make sense.
If I say what the full thing of what it is, I know someone's going to hold it against me 20 years from now when my wife finally lets me run for the office of the presidency.
Sure.
I just can't say things anymore like that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, so everybody's comparing him to Ralph. What's his name? The Virginia.
North Face.
Northam. Ralph Northam. North Face. That works too, sort of, maybe. I don't know. But everybody's comparing him to Ralph Northam from Virginia, saying that, you know, fair is fair. If you're going to get rid of this kid from Harvard, then you got to get rid of Ralph Northam from government. And no.
Apples and oranges, baby.
Fair is not fair in this instance. That is definitely a different thing. He was voted into office. This kid is trying to get into college. Now, I hear you. You're calling me out, and you're saying, but Steven, this kid got accepted into Harvard. He's a smart kid. How is it not the same as this one guy who happened to say a racist thing, 35 years ago?
Let me tell you something. Explain it, Lucy. Explain.
Well, Watson, let me explain this to you. That has no degree. There is no degree of comparison.
Well,
that.
actually, no pun intended, but there will be no degree for him now.
Womp womp. Oh, at least not from Harvard. And you know what? That's okay.
From Harvard.
That is okay. He probably wouldn't want to go there anyway.
That's true.
You know, if you got accepted and then they denied you because of one tweet that you made when you were 16 and still just as dumb.
Yeah.
Even though what you were saying it in a sarcastic way, in a satirical way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What you say is what you say, no matter what happens. This is more comparative to the trans poet nominated for a Pulitzer Prize for, quote, rearranging of the alphabet to survive its ferocity against their body.
Wadate, ladate.
Have
you haven't seen the movie Pootie Tang.
No, I have
It'll
not.
make sense.
That is one movie I haven't seen. Thank you.
Watch Pootie Tang without the kids around.
I have seen Bebe's Kids, though, and you know what? I just want to go, I want to
I think that this kid who wrote this poetry
It's
is
not a,
one of Bebe's kids.
This isn't a kid, though. This is an adult male. Transitioning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Transitioning from mediocrity to stupid.
to moronic is what they. I'm gonna try to read this.
Oh my goodness, my ears are gonna be bleeding. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so here's some of the lyrics from this poetry. Quote: I care so much about the horde. I can't read.
Are
Okay.
you from Fargo?
John Dre is not the Tran Orange or Orgain. Tran Orgain. John Dre is yes to hemorrhage.
Okay.
Did you not? Not a monthy goes by. A Tran I knew doesn't die.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Hello, Governor. I can't speak.
The world of field is our own, but off kilter, distinctly queer.
Word.
What the hell is wrong with this person?
Listen, I don't even think C3PO could have translated that, Steven.
It hurts my head so much.
How many languages can he speak? C3PO doesn't know the language that kid just spoke.
Does not know this language. This is getting a Pulitzer Prize
Yeah.
for rearranging letters inside of words. In other words, for misspelling them, he is getting a Pulitzer because he's trans.
Okay. If the person who made Pig Latin did not get a Pulitzer Prize, I'm saying the system is completely wrong.
Yes. Yes. Virginia Jack Cole over on the D Live says, hey, Watson. Oh, my God, Watson is
Hello?
killing me. Oops.
Hello.
WTF. And Steven, stop. I just woke up. I know. Oh, so you can compare Kyle Kashev to this person because this person is getting a prize from a private organization that prizes themselves on literature and education. They are giving a prize and awarding a person who doesn't know how to spell or intentionally misspells an entire poem versus a kid that one time in a tweet put the N-word in just to point out a problem.
I bet you the person who wrote the poem probably tweeted the N-word and the saltine word multiple times before.
Yes.
I'm almost positive that they did that. But here we go again with the double standards. I don't know how you can celebrate mediocrity. I mean, no. Mediocrity, I apologize. Because that trash that Steven struggled through
Yeah.
wasn't even half of mediocrity's level.
This was intentional.
Yeah.
They intended to say those things in that way, to write those things in that way.
So you need to help me here, and maybe we need to bring the people from the Odyssey Network here, because if that wasn't Ebonics, was that Klingon?
No, it wasn't Klingon. I know that it wasn't Klingon, not because I know Klingon, but because I've heard it before.
Okay,
I have heard it before.
Though.
It also wasn't that weird beatboxing alien from MIB. It wasn't that one either. Which I thought was really cool, the beatboxing alien. But why do you have to be black, yo?
Yeah, exactly. Well, what about the two Transformers that were ignorant in Transformers 2? That didn't know how to read.
Oh.
And they had bling. Did you see that?
Did they have bling and black voices?
Yes, they had bling black voices, and they couldn't read. Check out Transformers 2. It's so blatant.
Oh, goodness. That is good. You know what else is blatant?
What?
Combat flip-flops. They're blatantly obvious about what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect people, and they're trying to fix the problem areas that they went to see in combat. Combat flip-flops
are that bad?
No, the flip-flops are amazing. You can't fight in them, and you can't run in them.
So where's the combat?
Well, these guys are combat veterans.
Oh, okay, I got you.
These guys are combat veterans, and combat flip-flops are made specifically so you don't fight in them, and you don't run in them, because they want you to be relaxed. They want you to take these flip-flops, which are very high quality, and understand that not only is it something that you should do to take the time, relax, calm down, look at your surroundings, know where you are and who you are, but also understand that everything that you buy from their store over at combatflipflops.com helps support women and children in Afghanistan, Colombia, and Laos, and a whole bunch of other conflict areas. Get an education and have a job, which means food over their head. That means more freedom for them. That means they can then turn their society around as best as possible. You should check them out today. Go to combatflipflops.com. That's combatflipflops.com. Use the promo code DEFENDER25. That's DEFENDER25, no S at the end. And you can get 25% off of your first purchase there. That's combatflipflops.com. DEFENDER25 is the promo code.
So you said food over their head and roof in their belly?
That, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm just making sure, gotta make sure we got it in the right. Oh, Let's Be Frank in PA sounds like says like the robots in Spaceballs.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Exactly. Yes. They also posted up pictures of droids and a stormtrooper, and it's the Steven Crowder one where he's got the "Change My Mind" segment. It says these droids are not these droids are the ones we've been looking for. Change my mind. That's amazing. Good job, guys. Good play on the Odyssey run. That's wonderful. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out Odyssey, it is a sister station to us. Odyssey is great. It has everything you want for star travel. All the weird things that you think about during the day or at night, they're the ones. They're the ones that talk about it. Check them out today. Odyssey Radio. Odyssey Radio. So there was a gym teacher in Ohio. It's in the Midwest. That's near you, right?
Yeah. It's the state next door.
Yeah, it's the state next door. So there's a gym teacher in Ohio for elementary schools. And he has been accused of preying, not praying, but preying on first grade girls. He was caught on a surveillance camera. He is indicted on 36 counts of gross sexual imposition after being captured more than 100 times on school surveillance tapes with his hands up the skirts or shirts of girls or with them straddling his lap, etc., etc., etc.
That. See.
Go ahead.
So you're saying over 100 times. Why wasn't it stopped after one? How many times do you need to watch a dirtbag to know that they are a dirtbag?
I don't know, but apparently nobody caught it until like somebody complained.
See? And it's stuff like this that makes me want to tell my wife that we're not putting our kids in public schools.
We're not.
That do homeschool.
We are.
Because that's my kid's age. Kindergarten and first grade and second grade.
Yeah, all that elementary school stuff, right?
Yeah, so this kind of makes me mad because there's no reason why that person needs to be living at this point. See, last week, I had an argument. I didn't have an argument. I had a discussion with my coworker about the whole idea of chemically castrating people in Alabama.
I don't like chemical castration.
Huh?
I don't like chemical castration because it can be reversed.
Oh, really? It can be?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's not good again. No, that's not good enough. I want to start with the chemical, and then you turn around, and it's not just chemical castration, it's physical castration, and I'm saying take a couple of other body limbs as well, too. You want to prey on little kids? Let some of us Americans, you know what? No, this isn't something that flies. This isn't someone who's going to be rehabilitated. This is going to be someone who's going to be amputated. But that's why God does not let me rule in Ohio.
Yeah, so he was says, quote, "We were able to identify 88 female first grade students who had some type of physical interaction with said teacher. His focus was definitely on the little girls. Apparently, he was grooming the victims. The footage that... yes. The footage that...
allegedly.
implicated him was on surveillance video from the elementary school that he was in. So everybody's asking where he's from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Warren County, Ohio. Quote, "They loved him as a teacher because of the amount of affection he was showing them. What these kids didn't realize was this was completely inappropriate and criminal." End quote.
This is so wrong in so many different ways, man. I'm sorry. See, here's a problem with our justice system, our judicial system, Stephen. Criminals are not fearful of their activities. There's no consequence. If this person knew that his balls would be cut off and he'd be hanging and dragged down the street through piles of broken glass that is infected with every kind of STD that you can imagine, I'm certain that this person would not think of doing this stuff.
Right. But and if they did it, if they came back with public displays of these things, people would look at that and say, oh, that's what happens. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
But you know how sick many people are getting nowadays, Stephen. The guy'd probably get off on the idea of actually being publicly executed or publicly, whipped.
You're probably right about that. That's the bad part. That's where things get really weird. If you enjoyed this sort of thing,
really weird. Have we not passed really weird at this particular point.
Well, I mean, our
Sorry.
first story was really weird, but this is what I mean is, okay, everybody has a line, right? Everybody has a line of weird. This person or people like this probably have a line that's much further down than everybody else, or obviously have a line that's much further down than everybody else when it comes to weirdness. This is
I
the
can
normal
fix
for
the
them.
situation. I can fix this situation.
You can fix that situation. Is that a box cutter?
That's a box cutter.
He has a box cutter. He can fix the situation, folks. He is not a surgeon, but he played one on TV once.
Played one on TV. Yeah, because I really think that we need someone to visit this person, Steve. How about a road trip? What a road trip? Hey, ask how many jackholes want to go to Warren County. How many want to go to Warren County, Ohio tomorrow?
I don't know, but apparently Shy Boy in Iowa says they need to ice pirate castrate them all.
Yes.
I don't know what ice pirate castration is, but apparently it's bad.
It sounds bad.
It sounds really bad. I mean, ice pirate
Yes.
castration? That sounds really bad. Like, that sounds horrible. There's something going on around here.
Yeah, exactly. Do they even have ice on? So here's my thing: is do they even have ice on pirate ships?
I don't know, but they do have limes. That's why they're called limeys. Speaking of things that they should have CBD oils forever and always. Forever and always. The reason why they should have CBD oils because your body actually likes them. CBDs are not addictive. They're not psychotropic. They don't have THC or any of the rest of it. It's from hemp. Hemp is very docile. It's just, it's got trace amounts of THC, so I can't say it doesn't have any, but it has trace amounts, but not enough to actually affect you. But CBD oil is amazing. It can help your body get to the process of healing faster. It can reverse a lot of issues that you have. My wife takes it. She has fibromyalgia. And it helps because fibromyalgia is twofold. It's both physical and it's mental. So it makes it, tired, foggy head, fatigue, etc., etc. And if she gets stressed, then it actually causes physical pain to her body. CBD oil helps clear the fog away from her. It makes it so that she can think more clearly and communicate easier with people around. Maybe you have those issues. Maybe you have physical pains that maybe you've tried CBD oils in the past, or maybe you've tried the Mary Jane a couple times and you realized that it helps ease the pain. If you have, or if you want to try it and not try to get the high, go check them out. It's over at mojo50.com, guys. It's over at mojo50.com/shop. Use the promo code DEFENDERS, and you can get $15 off the price of the bottle. mojo50.com/shop. Find the CBD oils from KMD. It's the same guy that came out and with our Entrade Teal. Ken Brown. He's got his hands in a lot of things. Sometimes they're your colon.
That's not good right after that previous story, man. That is the worst story to say. That is the worst one, dude. You need to apologize to Ken.
Ken, I love you, brother.
Oh my goodness, I feel dirty, dude.
Love you, brother, but he is a butt man, so.
He's a butt man. Dude, stop.
It's not my fault.
Where's the director cut?
Ladies. Check them out, mojo50.com/shop. Promo code DEFENDERS. Get 15% off on the price of your CBD oils. We're about to hit a commercial break. When we come back, we've got Supreme Court stuff, some booty judges, some AOCs. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Got Watson Prunier in the house with me. We'll be right back after this. There we go. All right, commercial break. Yay, commercial break.
I hope I didn't go too much, man.
What are you talking about? You were barely talking. Oh, that is an amazing. Watson, you need to get your tweet deck up and start looking at
Oh,
the.
really?
Yeah, that's great, Chai Boy. That's a great little gif. I like it. I likes it a lot.
So which one did he hit? Battle for Freedom or Watson Bernier?
Well, he did arm yourselves. So look up hashtag arm yourselves
Okay.
on the tweet deck because it's amazing. Ross says you're up to no good.
Hashtag arm.
Donna says hemp makes great ropes and paper products. They do, and actually they're a lot more reusable. So you can make a lot more hemp paper than you could paper from trees, and they would grow back faster, and you wouldn't have to cut down forests. It's amazing. Yes, CBD oil is also very good for seizures.
Well, okay.
It has a lot of good medicinal uses. Calms the nerves, literally.
Okay. So was it Chibonia?
Yeah, Chai Boy in IA.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the meme or the GIF?
No. I don't see it yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you will in a few seconds, and that'll be amazing when it pulls up. Okay, coming back in about 10 seconds.
The mighty Mojo 50.
The folks over on the MeWe's putting pictures up of people putting on pants. It's very reminiscent of Dylan in his yoga pants, except for this is a girl and that is a female butt, which is much more appealing. I'm just saying, it's much more appealing than Dylan in the yoga pants. But I can kind of guess that that's exactly how he put those pants back on. I'm just wanted to let you know. It scares me. This is Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. If you haven't heard of us before, where have you been? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But you can check us out on iHeartRadio Live right now on the radio. Just go to iHeartRadio, click on the Mojo 50 Radio section, and we are there live. We play 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern. 1 hour every weekday. Get it going. Watson Prunier is with me. He is on the Mojo 50 network as well. He has Battle for Freedom, 7 a.m. Eastern time, right before the morning Mojo, because you need a little Christ in your life before you check out the Mojo.
And two Caucasianly challenged brothers early in the morning.
Well, at least you're not delegated to the very last show of the night.
Huh?
At least you're not delegated to the very last show of the night.
That is true. You know, speaking of the last show, Back of the Bus, you know, when Dylan and I and our families met together to go to the Ark Encounter.
Did he put you in the
there
back
was
of the
a
bus?
ride.
Did he
There
put you
was
in
a
the back of the bus?
ride to the encounter, and we were in the back of the bus.
He put you in the back of the bus.
Put us in the back of the bus.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so real quick, the Supreme Court just made a couple rulings. The one that hit the news really hard happens to be that there was a ruling on a case where double jeopardy was potentially involved. Now, when you understand double jeopardy, you have to understand a separate ruling, a separate idea of systems. Double jeopardy doesn't come into play when you have what's called dual citizenry. Okay? What that means is I am an American, but I am also a citizen of North Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
Did you catch that? I am a citizen of the United States of America, but I am also a citizen of North Carolina. Now, why does that have a problem? Watson Prunier?
Well, here's the problem. You are an American citizen. Why do you have dual citizenship? Well, here's the problem. Because you're an American citizen, and we have to respect states' rights.
Yes.
That's one of my biggest concerns.
Mm-hmm. And you can't have states' rights without being a citizen of the state.
Yes, exactly. So by default, you should be an American citizen because you're a citizen of the state.
Right.
Right?
Well, here's where I'm going with this.
Okay, explain,
So-
Lucy.
Our country is set up in a way where we have 50 states, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 57.
Right, if you're Obama, 58. But to give you a better explanation, a state in itself is a country.
What?
Have you ever heard of the European states?
No, really. I don't care much about that.
Countries, the word country and the word state really mean the same thing.
Okay.
So the United States of America is really the United Countries of America. We are 50 individual countries merged together under one umbrella. That's why that's how the EU decided that they were going to try and do their thing, because they saw the United States. They were like, "Oh, we could do that in Europe, man." And then they had the EU, the European Union.
Huh.
So
Well, yeah.
we are, in fact, a federal citizen and a state citizen. And here's what that means legally for us. You can get charged for a crime in the state, and you can get charged for that same exact crime federally.
Wow. That's just ridiculous.
So the reason why we bring this up, or the reason why I bring this up, is because the Supreme Court ruled today that you are indeed a federal and state citizen. Everybody was watching this one because the whole double jeopardy laws, they wanted to make sure the entire media was sitting around, hunkered around the Supreme Court, because they were so worried that if this passed in a different way, if it wasn't a 7-2 ruling for the Supreme Court saying that it's okay for somebody to be charged under the dual sovereignty laws, then anybody that Trump forgave
Could then be charged again.
could then, as long as it went this way, where it's 7-2 ruling for the dual sovereignty setup, they can all be charged again under state laws.
Wow.
Except for the idea that they had to have committed the crime in the state.
So then, if they do this, what becomes of all the craziness of Russian collusion?
Well,
Does this mean now that, you know, what they failed at federally, they're going to try in every state that he was in to try and do this?
what they're going to
stretching
do is
here.
anybody that he forgives, right? Anybody that
Yeah.
he gives, he pardons. Any person he pardons from any federal rulings, they're going to get hit with a state ruling.
Well, here's the thing about it. Then that means that a lot of these people that he's been pardoning, like these military officers
Can get
who are
hit by
accused
state
of
crimes.
killing someone across the, you can't go after them again at this particular point. And the military people should be safe from this, right? Because they were the terrorists that they were killed, so they can't go after them, but they will go after other people who, congressional people or, Republican candidates or whatever. Those people, their lives are going to be made. See, and people wonder why
Mhm.
people hate politics. They hate the government.
It's because of all the
This is-
crap.
Yeah. Why would anyone in their right mind want to even run for office when you pretty much could be executed for doing the right thing? when politics becomes, Stephen, when politics becomes a weapon of vengeance,
Mm-hmm.
Our system is broken.
Yeah, and that's what this is going to become. So over on the Facebooks, Jana from the Bells of Liberty is going off about the state laws and everything like that. I just want to make sure I make sure I say this correctly. If a state charges you for a crime, the federal government can charge you for the same crime if they have a statute against it. They can both be charged, and they can be charged at different times if one falls through. It's not double jeopardy because both laws apply due to dual sovereignty. And if if the state finds the defendant guilty and the federal government comes in and says, well, you're guilty of that one, that means you're guilty of this one, and they tack on additional charges, that is also allowed. This isn't considered double jeopardy. This is considered dual sovereignty. And that's where the confusion for people lie. A federal government can charge you for a crime, and the state that you're in can charge you for a crime that matches that if they have a law for that crime.
Well, as long as the law existed and it wasn't created then.
Right. As long as the law existed before you committed the crime, it doesn't matter. They can hit you with both. It's not considered double jeopardy because you are a citizen of two different countries. Your state or the state that you committed the crime in. There you go. The state you committed the crime in and the federal government, which is also a country.
See, now I have a problem with this, Stephen, because the people that they're going after to do this thing, what are the crimes being committed?
Nothing. They haven't had
nothing.
There's no crimes.
Nothing.
No crimes.
There's
No crimes, not even
whatsoever.
misdemeanors. There's no high crimes.
It's not like you have all the deaths associated with uncovering things from the Clintons. It's not like you're installing pipe bombs or pressure cooker bombs at marathons.
Right.
We are in a bizarro world. We're in a bizarro world.
And that's a good point, Roz, over there, too. Yes, we are in a bizarro world. Roz over in the Mojo 50 says, but the president can only pardon federal crimes. Correct. Which means when he pardons the federal crime, they will then tack on a state crime to make sure that they still get put into jail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So then could the governor of that state be the second one to pardon the individual then? If said governor wanted to do that.
Yes, the governor of the state could. Yes.
So then that could be a dual pardoning, and
as
pretty much put
as long as the governor is also okay with it. Yes. See, the governor is the president of a state.
Yes.
Makes sense, right?
Yes, it makes sense. But then again, though, does this mean now we avoid all liberal states just so that we don't get convicted of a crime in those states, knowing that those liberals will go after us to use this double whammy system?
Yes. Big bucks, no whammies, Bo. Big bucks, no whammies. I'm so glad you know that reference. Patriot Mobile is an amazing system where we've got everything set up. We are getting them Friday. It is amazing. I am waiting impatiently to get this taken care of. But you can too. Patriot Mobile is amazing. They're veteran owned, conservative American cell phone company. They've given over $2 million to help fund conservative causes and everything that you would want to protect, whether it be pro-life, Second Amendment, security at the border, traditional family values, or freedom of speech. They are there and they are on your side. Why don't you get on their side as well? With unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month, use the promo code Come On Over. And come on over to the Patriot Mobile side. Go to patriotmobile.com/Mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/Mojo50 and use the promo code Come On Over. And check it out. They're going to give you a free month of service for every new line that you add for a limited time. That's come on over as a promo code, patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Speaking of butts, the Buttigieg. Buttigieg. The butt is in the air, swinging like you just don't care. Says
There's
that
no end to this, is there?
no.
Boom.
I could put the kibosh on it, but then he might like it too much. Pete Buttigieg says the U.S. has probably already had a gay president. And I turn for reference. Now, he doesn't say this, but I turn it for reference to the Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton bashing. You heard about this stuff, right? I've told you this before. I swear to God I have. Watson, I've told you about this, right?
No, this is ridiculous, man. What did I miss here?
Oh, come on. Okay, Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, they're going for president, right?
Okay.
It's the big, they're the back and forth. And back in the day, they didn't have big old, televised anything. So everything was via paper and newsletters and everything else. And so they're going at each other. And I believe it was Thomas Jefferson saying about Alexander Hamilton that he was a hermaphrodite with neither the strength of a man nor the beauty of a woman, and he had like really weak hands or something. It's stupid stuff. The stupidest
He had
stuff.
tiny hands.
No, like he had very soft hands. He had soft hands. They were very moist and very soft. Very.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Who cares if there was a gay president, if there was a black president, if there was a Hispanic? Who cares? We just need a president. Oh my goodness.
I might be wrong. I think about Tech Roo is trying to say. I said Alexander Hamilton. I think it might actually be John Adams. Might be
John Adams.
Might be John
Oh, my
Adams. Tech
goodness.
Roo's over there. Like, you mean John Adams? Yeah. You know what? You're probably right. Probably right. Probably got the names wrong because Hamilton is the big deal. The big cheese and all the stuff.
Don't talk about stuff in this conversation.
Big cheese. Stuff in the cheese. Hiding the hot dog. Buttigieg in an interview in Axios on HBO said, quote, "I would imagine that we've been probably had excellent presidents who were gay. We just didn't know which one. Statistically, I'm certain. I mean, my gaydar sucks. Doesn't even work well in the present, so let alone retroactively, but one can only assume that's the case."
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, man.
But Judge.
Yeah, but Judge, come on, dude. Why do we see? This is what I don't understand. You now have 4,500 candidates on the Democrat side. If the country is in shambles, as you say it is, why aren't you offering solutions of what the country could look like? Who cares if the White House is painted rainbow or whatever? There are American citizens of all kinds of walks of life, for Pete's sake. Pete, let it go.
Stop it,
Let
Pete.
it go. Let it go. We don't care anymore.
Hard no.
All right? No more of that. Hamilton was a secretary. Yeah, a secretary of the Treasury. Thank you. Yes, it was John Adams. So it was John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. My bad. Thank you for the correction, guys. I knew you would be there for me, because you guys are always behind me, 100%. Just
good.
not. Oh, speaking of ass men, Atrantil is an amazing product. If you have problems with IBS, or maybe you got some gas issues, or maybe you're a sports fanatic and you just need an extra boost in your life, you want to get the polyphenols inside your system, You want to make sure that you are healthy and active as possible. Polyphenols are an amazing blend of natural substance that helps your gut bacteria become its fullest. It becomes the best it can be. You could make your gut healthy again. What are you wearing? I have no
I'm
idea.
just supporting this. Talk about the polyphenols.
Polyphenols. You got to put the hat on for the polyphenols.
Got the polyphenols hat.
That's right. That's right. But you have to check it out. It is an amazing product. You know, that they have certain doses for everything that's going on. But if you check them out at lovemytummy.com/mojo, that's lovemytummy.com/mojo. They have an offer up there. You can get a 30-day, or excuse me, a 3-box supply. That's 3 months for only $99. That's $20, same as downtown, taken right off of your order. 90 capsules in a box, normally $39.95. You can get them for $99 for a 3-month supply over at lovemytummy.com/mojo50. lovemytummy.com/mojo50.
Oh, yeah.
So did you hear the AOCs?
You know what? Listening to her sometimes is like listening to nails on a chalkboard.
That's true. That's true. Wait,
Yes.
hold on. Sorry.
So what new thing did she say?
That's true. So what new thing she said? Here you go. She was asked a question and she responded.
Joe Biden appears to be the front runner in virtually all the polls. Do you think he has sufficiently answered the accusations from women who accused him of inappropriate touching? Does he, in short, does he get it?
I think that's something that he has to kind of show the electorate. I think that
Nobody wants him to show the electorate how he touches. Watson Prunier is just laughing his head off. He can't keep it going.
I think that it is an issue where there is a struggle. I'll be completely honest. I don't think that he has.
If Joe Biden is touching you and it's a struggle, I will be completely honest. He shouldn't be touching you.
I wouldn't say that it is an incredibly severe, I don't think that voters think that he is necessarily guilty of sexual misconduct or.
If you don't think Joe Biden is guilty of sexual misconduct after all the pictures and posts that you've seen that were real,
Oh, come on, creep. You don't get the name Creepy Joe by being a very welcoming and very non-touchy individual.
yeah, you
All
have
those
to.
pic-
Creepy Uncle Joe is a very touchy man. Touchy-feely. He's a very touchy-feely man.
Thing like that. But I do think that there may be some discomfort.
Discomfort. No, this isn't constipation.
No.
This is feeling the heebie-jeebies of this gross man touching you. Come
yes,
on.
this gross, almost 80-year-old.
Especially seeing some clips this week and the week before, telling a 13-year-old, telling her brothers to watch out for her, and I think there are some things with female voters that it's just not quite locked down.
No, it is not locked down because Joe Biden is a creepy old man. I really do think that she's trying to be as nice as possible here. But Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is such a freaking moron.
Trying to say the creepy Joe Biden is not a sexual assaulter. He is not gross and horrible in what he did to those women. It's almost like saying the Holocaust in Rwanda was just a slight misunderstanding.
Just a slight misunderstanding.
How do you
Burundi.
look
Burundi
at the evidence
was just a
and
slight
not
misunderstanding.
say that he was? I'm gonna shut up. I'm trying not to explode, Steven. I'm really trying not to explode.
And now you know how Dylan feels always. This is what I do to him always.
I hate you. It's true.
You are so welcome. So welcome for that. And no, Matt Holloway, I'm not going to look at that image anymore. That is wrong. Over on the MeWe's, Steve. Heather the Cougar Jackal says, Steven holds his finger up when he's drinking APR. You're right, I do.
I mean, literally, Jaina said it worst. She said it best. She is the literal worst. I mean, when you really thought that we could not, when you really thought that we couldn't stoop to the lowest level of idiocy, the vein pops out of my head when you have to hear what this moron says, and we elected her to the role as a congresswoman. She has the chance to make decisions that affect not only people in New York, but all of us, and she's in office. What is wrong with this picture?
No, she, like Kamala, like Hamilton Harris, is an orifice, not an office.
Don't say that word.
What? Which word, camel toe?
Stop.
Orifice? Which one do you want me to not say? It's like saying moist to some people. Don't say that word. What? Moist. It's moist. You know, they were having trouble finding Kamala Harris earlier in the week. I told them that it's because the clothes were too loose.
Oh.
It's just how this works, man. This is how this is going to happen tonight.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah,
don't do this. I'm too young.
I'm too young today.
I'm too young to die of laughing.
Speaking of dying and Joe Biden, did you know that there's a powerful anti-cancer substance breaking through?
Oh my goodness. It's called common sense.
No. There's an actual anti-cancer substance that they've had a breakthrough achievement on, and Joe Biden had nothing to do with it.
Oh my goodness! Thank God. Well,
yeah.
Some people would probably say thank Joe.
Thank Joe, but no, it's thank God. See, a chemist at funny enough Harvard, and a Japanese company as well called Eisai.
I so would want to go there and say something, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hold it back.
Do it. Just hold it.
If I say something that may incriminate me in the future,
take it in
I'm
and just
back.
know. Just know that you're not going to say it, okay? Just know you're not going to say it. They've synthesized an ingredient called E7130, which is a halocredin class chemical molecule, and this molecule has undergone unusually rapid development in testing phases over in Japan. Apparently, they've seen such desirable effects on cancer that in Japan they've already started phase 1 clinical trials, and they've only been looking at this for about a dozen years.
Huh. Well, how does this compare to that? Didn't they have a cancer-killing thing in Israel too?
Yes, they have one in Israel too. I don't know how this compares, but what I do know is that because of this, and if you combine this with the stuff in Israel, more than likely, we are going to have the cure for cancer in the next 10 years.
I'm scared about that, man.
Why?
I'm scared. Did you not watch, what movie was that? Was it with I Am Legend? Didn't that happen? Isn't that how everything happened? They've been coming up with a cure for cancer?
Maybe. It might have been. I don't know. It might have been. But that music right there tells me that you guys need to get the bell count for the day. So here it is. Here's your bell count for the entire radio shows today.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 16 missed innuendo bells, 59 actual bells, 10 creepy Uncle Joes, 7 AOCs. Give us a grade of C+ for the day. Peace out and good night, y'all.
This is the Cabbage Patch. Working it out. Watson's over there. Watson! Get back on the microphone. Tell people where to find you. Quick.
Find me on Mojo 50 Radio, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
There you go.
Got to
Watson
be there.
Prunier, that's Battle for Freedom. Battle for Freedom over there on Mojo 50. This has been Defenders Live. Check us out. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.